Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Sip and App. Today I'm sharing another one of my childhood favorites, steamed pork buns. If you enjoyed my gyoza recipe, you will definitely love these pillowy, savory buns packed with classic Asian flavors, and for me, of course, a touch of nostalgia. The process is quite similar to my gyoza recipe, especially when it comes to the filling, but these fluffy homemade steamed buns take it to a whole new level. So let's head into the kitchen and get started. We'll kick things off by preparing the dough. As always, the exact measurements are listed in the description box below. Using a stand mixer or by hand, combine lukewarm water, a touch of honey, dry yeast, oil, bread flour, baking powder, and salt. Mix on low speed until everything is combined, then knead until it becomes smooth and elastic, about 8 to 10 minutes. Cover the dough and let it rest in a warm place for about an hour or until it doubles in size. While the dough is resting, let's move on to the filling. Start by finely chopping the cabbage. Then sprinkle in a quarter teaspoon of salt and massage the cabbage thoroughly. You can be pretty rough during this process as the goal here is to draw out as much moisture as possible. Set it aside for 20 minutes. In the meantime, we're going to continue chopping other key ingredients like the shiitake mushrooms, bamboo shoots, and scallions. Grate some fresh ginger and garlic as well, which serve as the foundation of flavors in most Asian dishes. At this point, your cabbage should be ready and slightly wilted, so squeeze out as much water as possible. You can discard the water, but do not rinse the cabbage. And here are the rest of the ingredients for the filling. Combine all these beautiful ingredients in the bowl and mix until fully incorporated. And yes, your hand is going to be the best tool for this job. By now, your dough should be ready, so take it out onto a work surface and divide it into 10 to 12 equal pieces, depending on how mini you want your buns. I'm weighing mine at about 30 grams each. Roll each piece into a smooth ball and let them rest briefly under a damp towel. Now we're ready to stuff the filling. Using the heel of your palm, flatten each ball, then continue flattening the outer edge of the dough, being careful not to flatten the center of the dough too much. This will ensure the dough maintains an even thickness throughout, and then the filling will end up centered in the bun rather than at the bottom. For this reason, I don't actually recommend using a rolling pin for this recipe. Next, place a spoonful of the pork filling in the center of the dough circle. Then gently stretch two opposite points of the dough and gather them up to pinch at the top. Repeat this process with 3 other points as I'm demonstrating here. Just like with gyoza making, there are many ways to pleat and shape the buns, but this method is by far the easiest and fastest that I know. So hopefully this method will work for you. Make sure the seam is tightly sealed to prevent any filling from escaping during steaming. Place each bun onto a pre-cut parchment square and allow them to rest for another 30 minutes or so to puff up slightly. Get your steamer started and place the buns over simmering water and steam them for about 12 minutes. Resist the urge to lift the lid too soon to maintain that perfect fluffy texture. Trust me, after all this work and patience, you will be rewarded with these beauties. The dough is so soft and pillowy with a savory, juicy pork filling that's just bursting with flavor. These buns are perfectly delicious on their own, but are even better with the same dipping sauce you serve with gyozas. So be sure to check out my simple 4-ingredient sauce recipe in the description box below. I hope you give these steamed pork buns a try and enjoy them with your favorite beer. Until next time, happy cooking and cheers!